Today I'm going to make some blueberry muffins with the blueberries that we picked at a local farm this week. Blueberry season is right now, so this is a good time to make a few things to either eat or put in your freezer. Blueberries also freeze very well, and most blueberry recipes, muffins included, can be made using frozen blueberries. So it's a good time to stock up, and then you'll have plenty. It's fun to go out picking, and you'll have a whole winter's worth of blueberries to use. I'm going to start with 2 cups of flour and add 1/3 cup sugar. I'm making these by the muffin method, which mixes all the dry ingredients first and then adds the wet ingredients. A tablespoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then I have for my wet ingredients 1 cup of milk. And to that, I'll add 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. You could use melted butter, but in the milk it will congeal a bit. So I prefer to use a vegetable oil. And 1 egg. And I'll mix these well until everything's combined, because we're not going to be stirring this a whole lot. That's one of the hallmarks of the muffin method, is that you do not stir everything too much. Stirring muffins too much results in muffins that are full of tunnels and have a high dome. These are not sweet muffins. Some muffins that you buy at the bakery are more like cupcakes. These are true muffins in that they are not quite as sweet and have a lot of fruit and a texture that is rather open. Now you can see it's not completely mixed yet, but I'm going to add a cup of blueberries. And I also want to add a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And then we'll gently mix these in. Again, you don't want to mix too much, just until everything is moistened. I've used cooking spray to spray my muffin pan, and I will fill each cup pretty full. You can use the same recipe with other fruit. Chopped peaches would be good. Raspberries, chopped strawberries. Again, they're not the tremendously sweet, cakey muffins, but they are very good for breakfast or a snack most any time. I'm a little left-handed here, getting these in. You'll notice I'm filling the cups pretty full. We have room for about 1 more, which is what we need to make a dozen. And I'll get all the batter in, filling any that aren't quite full. You want to make sure you have some blueberries in each one too. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to make these a little special is put a streusel topping on them. And for that I have 2 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 cup sugar, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm sorry, 1/4 cup of flour. And I'm going to mix this together, and I'm going to add some spice to that. And I'm adding 5 spice today. This is Chinese 5 spice. You could also use cinnamon or nutmeg or whatever spice you would like with your blueberries. 5 spice is a combination of spices, includes some cinnamon as well as other spices. It's used in Chinese cooking quite a bit, but you can use it also in baking. Gives a little different flavor. depending on the brand that you purchase, you'll have some different spices in it, in different proportions. So find a brand you like and use that. Streusel is just a mixture of brown sugar, butter, and flour. It's used on top of coffee cakes. And it's pretty good on muffins too. And I'm going to just spoon a little bit of that on each muffin. Divide it up so that each muffin has about the same amount. Piece that got away. And we're going to put this in a 400-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. I'll set it for 20 and then check them. And when you're finished, you will have blueberry muffins. And once they come out of the oven, you want to let them rest for just a few seconds or a few minutes, very few, and then either tip them up, and you can do that with clean hands, and you might need a knife to go around the edge a little if some of the topping sticks. But you want to be sure you turn these muffins up so that they don't get soggy on the bottom if you don't put them on a tray right away. And then when you're ready to eat them, you can warm them up in the microwave on warm or in a warm oven, or just eat them the way they are. So those are the blueberry muffins that we've made today.